Hey guys, welcome back, and today is going to be an amazing review because we are driving the BMW 5 Series M Sport. So straight up, let's take a look at the engine bay. So this is supposed to be the engine bay, and I think in my every review I mention the presence of hydraulic struts. So I will just tell you how this works. Now hydraulic struts are given on hoods that are really heavy, so you do not have to apply a lot of effort to open them. So in my Compass review I mentioned that there was no hydraulic strut, so I had to actually push so hard to open it. But here these are the hydraulic struts, so they make opening the hood a hell a lot easier. Twin power turbo written here. So this is a 6-cylinder engine. This produces around 200 horsepower and 480 newton meters of torque. We'll close this. So please do not be fooled by the M5 logo here. This is the M Sport version of the 5 Series, not the full-fledged M5. This does have LED headlights, and there are headlight washers given here, and front parking sensors. This and this constitute the front parking sensor, and fog lamps here. Now the tires here are really nice. They have black alloys and blue brake calipers. M logo on the tires, and there is also an M logo given here on the side. Now the side skirts are also of M Performance. So basically in the M Sport package that you have with the 5 Series, you get a body kit. Now I don't think there is an engine upgrade for the diesel version. For the petrol version, however, there is an engine upgrade which bumps up the horsepower to 250 horsepower and the torque to around 400. M written here, and there is also a boot release button given here. You press this and the boot opens. The boot opened right there. Now the steering wheel here is really nice. It is the M Sport steering wheel with large paddle shifters, and this also has a drive mode selector given right here. So this has 3 drive modes: Eco, Pro, Comfort and Sport. We'll just come back to it in a second. These are the seat controls, and the memory settings are given here. Now this has a 16 speaker sound system with a large subwoofer given on the dashboard. iDrive system given there, and the instrument cluster here is digital. There are no manual dials. This is all digital. Now we'll just take a look at the boot space. Now the boot space of the vehicle is fairly large. The spare tire given here is not a full-fledged spare. This is a smaller one, and there is also storage space right here to keep your tools. Now there is no automatic closing of the boot. You have to close it manually. M Performance written right here. Now this vehicle also has controls for the boot mounted on the key. You just press and hold and the boot opens. Now we'll just move to the back seat, but first let's talk about the door. Now the door does have sunshades on both the windows, and there is brushed aluminum on the door handles, and there is leather here and a metal finish given right here, and there is also a nice stitching going over here, and the door pockets here are big enough for you to keep your stuff. M written right here, and the seats do have really nice side bolstering and under thigh support too. Now these seats are actually not adjustable, so you cannot control the side bolstering or your under thigh support. The seat pockets here are large enough to hold files and stuff like that. Now the AC vents are given here, but these AC vents do not have a climate control here. They come on the later models of the 5 Series, so you have to control the AC settings from there on the front. Now the car right now is not in ignition, so everything's closed. Let me be right back with you after I put the vehicle into ignition. The vehicle is right now in ignition, and you can see the gauge cluster looks really nice, as well as the screen right here. And there is a storage space here. I will just show it to you when I move to the front passenger seat. Now this is the armrest, and this does have cup holders given right here, and there are dome lights present here. And the sunroof here is not the panoramic one. Now the direct competitors of this vehicle right here would be the Audi S6 and the AMG E43, and I think a direct comparison between them would be fair after I drive the vehicle. Now let us move to the driver's seat and check out the vehicle. Now this car is not mine, it was lent to me by Car Peddler Lucknow, so do check them out. They also have an Instagram page, and this is the logo right here. Now let us hop into the driver's seat, and straight up, I think this is a very driver centric vehicle because everything is a little tilted towards the driver's side. Even this center console right here is more towards the driver's side. Now let us check out the gauge cluster right here. Now for that we'll have to start the vehicle, and to start the vehicle you have to first keep your foot on the brake and press and hold this start stop button right here, and the vehicle comes to life. Now this gauge cluster is not customizable like the Mercedes, but this has some subtle tweaks that I actually really like. Now for example, when you are revving the vehicle, you can see the 1 right here is highlighted, so when I move it to 2, the 2 gets highlighted. Same goes with the speed. Now we'll just select Eco Pro from here. This is the Eco Pro mode. Now this mode is basically there to maximize your fuel saving. In this, the speed limit is at 120 kilometers an hour. The car won't go any faster, and you can see here is the power consumption right here, and there is no change right now on this display. And here is the iDrive system to control the center screen. Now the center screen has loads of features. This also has navigation, and the iDrive buttons are given right here. This also has manual presets for the radio right here, so you can control the radio. Now this does not have gesture controls that came in the later BMWs. There is a glove box here, and this is not lockable. And there is storage space right here. Now this storage space is actually lockable. You can lock it with your key from here, and there is also a storage space here, and cup holders are here of course. Now let us see the controls of the gauge cluster. So we'll just start the vehicle, and to adjust the settings of the gauge cluster, there is a button right here that says BC. This is common in all BMWs, so just press it and you can see the information displayed here on this smaller screen. This is the speed limit for cruise control, and this is the date and everything, and the odometer readings as well as the fuel consumption. Fuel consumption is 15.1 km per liter, which I think is very economical and good. Cruise control को activate करने के लिए you first have to press this. Now it says cruise control ready, and just push this flap right here. Now it says cruise control cannot be activated because the car is stationary. I'll just close it, and on this side are the volume controls, and this scroller right here is used to switch between the radio settings, or if you have a Bluetooth phone connected, you can change the songs from this button right here, which actually presses down. There is a mode tab right here. You can use it to switch between FM and radio right here, as you can see. And this is the volume control. You can use it to control the volume. So we'll just close it for now. And this also has electronic parking brakes right here. You just press it up to engage, press it down to disable it, and this also has auto hold right here. Now if let's say you're driving and you want to take a look at your cameras, you just press this right here, this button, and this activates your back camera and your front and back parking sensors. So right now I think there seems to be a problem with both of them because they are not working, but they do actually sound. And you can adjust the brightness of the camera as well as the opacity right here. So everything is adjustable with the iDrive system. Now the lever of the vehicle is operated by first pressing the brake pedal right here, and there is a switch right here which says unlock. You need to press it and then change the gear. Now it's in reverse. Press it again, put it into drive, and then for neutral press it up once again, and for parking there is a dedicated button right here. Now if you wish to put the vehicle in manual mode, first unlock and then put it into drive. Now when it's in drive, just push it towards the side. Now you can control the gear from here, up and down, or the paddle shifters. This is for putting a gear down, and this is for increasing the gear. As you can see, I press this and the gear increases. We'll just put it back into drive and then parking. Now a neat trick, when you want to put it into park, just press this and the gear lever goes into park, and it also slides back into position. Let me do it once again. Drive and sports. Now parking. Now it will go back into its place. This is a really nice trick. And there is auto start stop right here. This is for saving your fuel. And there is also a cigarette lighter here, and the seats are nice and adjustable. Now there is also under thigh support here which you can adjust manually, so this is a neat feature. Now the sunroof controls are mounted here. For the sunshade to engage, we'll do this right here, and the sunshades are engaged. Press it back once again and the sunshade goes. And to open the sunroof, press it back and the sunroof opens. This is fairly normal, nothing too new or strange right here. Dome lights are given here, and there are mics right here, and there are vanity mirrors given here. These are the vanity mirrors, and light there too. Same goes for the other side, vanity mirrors plus light. So I think I've covered most of them. Yeah, the climate controls are left. Now this does not have heated or cool seats. So this is the fan right here. You turn it on and the AC operates. This is to control the temperature. Now if you wish to control both from one side, just press this button sync right here, and both of them will be operational from the driver's side. So we'll just close it for now. And there is also central locking given right here, and this also has automatic headlights. Now the headlights are all LED and they do work really well. So, and here is the light control. You can set it to auto if you want, or to the full-fledged high beam. And here are the fog lamp controls. This is the interior illuminator which illuminates everything from these buttons to the center screen right here. And here are the mirror controls, folding the mirror and opening them. And here is the rear sunshade control. You press this and the sunshade engages. You press it again and the sunshade goes away. And I think I've covered all of them. So now we'll just drive the vehicle and check out the driving impressions. So now we're driving the 5 Series M Sport, and we're in comfort mode right now. Now what these modes actually do is they'll tailor the vehicle according to you. They'll dampen up the suspensions, they'll tighten up the steering wheel, and they'll increase the throttle response. And the gear shifts also happen more violently. So that all happens when we're on the sports mode. Now this does not have launch control, and the 0 to 100 time is around 7.5 seconds, which is nowhere in the sports car category, but still handling is good. And due to the M Sport package right here, the cosmetic upgrades do make you give a presence on the road, because this after all is a BMW and that road presence is still there, but due to the exterior upgrades the road presence increases. So now we're in sports mode, and you can either let the car do the shifts or put it into manual mode and do the shifting yourself. So right now we're in manual 1, now manual 3, now manual 4. You can also upshift or downshift as you please. So we'll just put it into normal drive mode, so the car does the shifting by itself. Most of the time you won't need to shift because the car is shifting so perfectly, and the peak torque happens around 4000, and the car knows it very well because it won't shift until and unless you reach the 4000 mark. And the normal steering wheel is also replaced by the M Sport steering wheel with the M badging right here. And since we're in sports mode, the handling and the feedback of the steering wheel is very exact, and you know and you feel when the car is turning, you feel the bumps on the road, and you know your place on the road. You feel confident behind the wheel and you don't feel scared, and that is actually the reason why straight up I'm able to drive the vehicle so fast, because I don't feel scared behind the steering wheel. The car is designed in such a way that it makes you confident, and there is absolutely no body roll right there when you're turning. This car is confident around the corners, and part of the reason is also because the seats, they hug you right into place. They don't let you move unnecessarily. You can always adjust the side bolstering with the button on the seats. Now there is also voice command in the vehicle. The button is right here. I will just demonstrate it. Sport displays.
Sport displays.
Now it shows the sport displays. Now the sport displays show the power consumption and the torque consumption at any given point in real time. So I know how much torque my vehicle is consuming, how much horsepower my vehicle is consuming, and that also is shown in the gauge cluster right here. I don't think you will be able to see it since the camera is so high up, but right there you can see the sport displays. So when I push down really hard, all the horsepower is consumed, and when I'm braking or when I'm off the accelerator, no power is being consumed, and that is shown right here. So right now we're at 25% throttle, and it showed me the horsepower that this consumed. Now I'm halfway through the throttle, and it showed me that I consumed 150 horsepower. So that is also there. We'll just try to launch the vehicle this straight path up ahead. So the right way for it to work is by putting the car in manual and turning off the traction control, the button for which is right here, DSC off, and there is a light right there that shows me the traction control is off. Now we'll just put our foot on the brake and right foot on the accelerator, let it rev till 2000 rpm, and then we are launching up ahead. So as I said, the car instills confidence in you. Now there was no wheel spin since the car was not manual, it was shifting automatically, so it avoided the wheel spin. Now if I were to put it into the first gear and then launch, there would have been a considerable amount of wheel spin, and the mirrors, the side as well as the mirror right here, when you're driving in the night, they will dim down automatically to make sure that you do not get high beam flashes into your eyes. So I guess this is about it. The vehicle is really nice to drive and has really good road presence. People look at you when you move past them due to the cosmetic upgrade included in the M Sport kit. Now we'll just end the review here. Thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe for any further updates, and for any improvements or suggestions, do leave a comment or hit me on Instagram. I shall leave my Instagram ID link in the about section of YouTube. Thank you for watching.